the willingness to seek new opportunities, concepts, experiences, and people. Making purposeful life choices that create happiness for you. So, of course, happiness is something that you choose, and making purposeful life choices to cultivate that happiness.
Good day, beloveds. How do you do? Welcome to Talks from the Heart with Mandy, brought to you by Agape Wellness Coaching, a place where being begins at root. I am Mandy, a spirituality teacher and transformational relationship coach, as well as founder of Agape Wellness Coaching, and I'll be journeying with you talking heart to heart.
Welcome once again, beloveds, to another episode of Talks from the Heart with Mandy, where we explore the depths of spiritual and mental wellness, as well as personal growth and self-discovery in relations. I'm your host, Mandy, still journeying with you, talking heart to heart. In our last episode, we continued our exploration of relations with a special focus on the self. We discussed one's relationship with themselves and the steps one can take to improve their interpersonal relations. So, I hope that you are ready for today's episode. Today, we are going to continue our discussion, still with a focus on oneself, with the aim of helping those who are just setting on their journey to spiritual and mental wellness. As a person sets on this journey, it is imperative that they have a clear understanding that the journey is not the same for everyone. It's not the same for every person. And that is why today we're going to delve deep into the quality that will make the road to healing, self-discovery, and transformation one that is enjoyable and fulfilling, even if it may be hard sometimes. This quality is a quality that can truly transform our spiritual path and enhance our overall wellness and well-being, and that is openness. In a world brimming with opinions, traditions, and beliefs, the notion of being open-minded is like a breath of fresh air, honestly. It's an invitation to explore, to question, and to embrace the diversity of our human experience. What is openness? What is openness? When we talk about openness, we're not just referring to an open heart, but an open mind as well. Openness is a personality trait that expresses one's receptivity to new ideas, experiences, change, and so forth. Most modern personality psychologists believe that there are 5 fundamental dimensions to personality. These are often referred to as the Big 5 personality traits. The 5 basic personality traits are conscientiousness, agreeableness, neuroticism, openness, and extroversion. To easily remember these character traits, one can use the acronym OCEAN, standing for openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, and agreeableness. Alternatively, one can also use the acronym CANU for conscientiousness, agreeableness, neuroticism, openness, and extroversion for another option, just to make it easy for you to remember. Now, these personality traits exist on a spectrum, and for today, we are simply going to focus on only one, which is openness. Openness. In context of human personality, openness is a trait that helps explain an individual's behavior and tendencies. Like I said, personality traits exist on a spectrum. Some individuals are high on the spectrum of openness, while others are on the lower end of the spectrum. And individuals on the high end of the spectrum are more receptive and embracing of all of life's experiences, whether good or bad. On the other end of the spectrum, one will have individuals who are closed off from the world. They tend to avoid new experiences and things that are different from what they are used to. And they do this avoidance as much as they possibly can. They avoid new experiences and different things as much as they possibly can. They just tend to close themselves off. These are individuals who are on the lower end of the spectrum when it comes to openness. Now, as one embarks on their spiritual and mental wellness journey, it is important that one takes time to understand how their personality traits can impact their journey and how they can better harness the strength of each trait. But again, for today, I will focus only on one trait, that is openness. I am only going to focus on the one trait, and that is openness. Now, as we navigate the intricate landscape of spirituality and life, approaching it with an open mind can be a game changer. Let's begin by understanding what it means to be open-minded on our spiritual and mental wellness journey. It is about letting go of preconceived notions, biases, and rigid beliefs. It is the willingness to explore and experience new ideas, consider different perspectives, and embracing the unknown with curiosity. Now, in a nutshell, openness is teachableness. Now, a lot of us are able to be open and practice openness and even be more understanding when it comes to experiencing others or holding spaces for others when they are unable to be teachable or be open to experiencing themselves in ways they never thought possible, or even experiencing a side of themselves that they never knew existed, right? So we're able to be open and encouraging and understanding. But that does not happen when it comes to us experiencing ourselves. It does not happen a lot when it comes to one experiencing themselves. And it should be a cause for concern. We should be open to experiencing ourselves, our inner worlds, in ways we never thought imaginable. We should be experiencing the self in its entirety, the good and bad alike. Right? It should be so. We should be experiencing, the shadows, the dark and the light. We should truly be open to experiencing all the facets of our beings without fear of what might just pop up. We should be open to experiencing every facet of our beings, our multidimensional nature. We want to experience all of it and embrace all of it as we experience it, because that's who we truly are, right? So why does it matter? Why does this matter? Why does it matter that we experience ourselves with openness, with open-mindedness? Are there any benefits to this? Well, the benefits are not just confined to our spiritual quest. They extend to our psychological well-being, and an open mind really allows us to adapt to change, to learn from every experience, and to release the grip of judgment that can weigh us down. You know how judgment weighs you? It weighs you down. And if you have this rigid nature of being, it does not help you when change comes, right? It does not help you learn or experience things or incidents wholly, right? As we navigate the realm of spirituality and life itself, cultivating openness is like opening the door to a room with endless possibilities. It's like opening a door to a room with endless possibilities. It's about allowing new ideas and perspectives to flow in, enriching the tapestry of our understanding. An open mind invites us to explore various practices and philosophies without dogma. It allows us to find what resonates with our inner truth. Rather than conforming to someone else's idea of what the journey should be, you get to explore and get to know what your path really is. Because on this journey, there are different paths, and to be honest, what is true to the next person may not necessarily resonate with you as truth, right? Now, when it comes to spiritual exploration, being open-minded is not just a choice, it's a prerequisite. Imagine embarking on a journey with a locked mind. It's like sailing, trying to sail the seas with closed sails. Consider this. Just as a river flows freely when unobstructed, so does our spiritual growth when our minds are open. Closed-mindedness, on the other hand, can be like a dam blocking the natural flow of our exploration and understanding. It is the expansiveness of an open mind that catches the winds of wisdom and carries us forward. Being open-minded means acknowledging that God, the divine, speaks to each and every one of us in unique ways. It's about finding the common thread that connects us rather than focusing on the differences that divide us. Well, you may say, yeah, I hear you on the spiritual wellness part, but how does openness tie into our psychological well-being? Well, when you think of your mind as a garden. If you plant the same seeds over and over again, the soil becomes depleted, right? Open-mindedness is like introducing new seeds. It's like creating a vibrant and diverse ecosystem within your mind. Psychologically, an open mind fosters resilience. It allows us to adapt to life's inevitable twists and turns with ease. When faced with challenges, an open mind seeks solutions, embraces growth, finds beauty in the midst of adversity, whereas a closed mind, on the other hand, will think differently of the adversity. A closed mind just struggles in the face of adversity. See, psychological well-being thrives on the richness of experience and perspectives. Being open-minded allows us to adapt, learn, and grow in the face of life's inevitable challenges. It is the secret ingredients that turns setbacks into stepping stones. It is this secret ingredient that makes life's upset to just set you up for greater good. You walk with the understanding that it all happens for you and not against you. Now, what are the benefits of openness, of open-mindedness? What are the benefits? Benefits are endless and are not limited to what I'm going to say. All right. When we are open-minded, we release the grip of judgment and welcome the diversity of thoughts and experiences. This freedom of judgment not only fosters a sense of inner peace, but it also cultivates empathy, allowing us to connect more deeply with others. Openness fosters empathy and compassion. When we open our hearts and minds to the experiences of others, we cultivate a deeper understanding of the human condition. This understanding in turn becomes a wellspring of resilience in the face of adversity. 2. Openness is a shield against the rigidity of perfectionism. It allows us to embrace the imperfections in ourselves and others, fostering a mindset of growth and acceptance. And this, I can tell you, is true because I struggled with perfectionism myself at some point. 3. Increased life satisfaction. Increased life satisfaction. Openness reduces stress, depression, and anxiety. It's good for your overall mental wellness, right? Increased ability to adapt and deal constructively with difficulties. Another benefit, the willingness to seek new opportunities, concepts, experiences, and people. Making purposeful life choices that create happiness for you. So, of course, happiness is something that you choose, and making purposeful life choices to cultivate that happiness is one of those things that one can benefit from being open-minded. Also, openness helps people reflect and again, a non-judgmental way on both positive and negative circumstances. When a person is open-minded, they objectively reflect on both positive and negative circumstances. So it is one other benefit. Emotional stability is another benefit, right? And in most cases, people who are open-minded tend to have healthy self-esteem. People who are open-minded tend to have a healthy self-esteem. Of course, the benefits to being open-minded. The benefits to practicing openness are endless, but I also have to be honest and say that there are downsides to being overly open-minded. Remember, with every good thing, there is also a downside, right? While openness or open-mindedness is a good character trait to have and has a lot of benefits, there are also downsides to that too. The main idea is to maintain a healthy balance. Again, it is to maintain a healthy balance. Openness has numerous, endless benefits, but also comes with some downsides. Personality traits cannot and do not make us perfect or do away with the fact that there are challenges and negative perceptions that we may have adopted or inherited, right? So they do not erase the experiences, whether good or bad, that one may have endured. And it is for this reason that I also highlight that in as much as there are numerous benefits to being open, there is also a downside if one is not balanced. For example, people who are highly open may have trouble being pragmatic. They tend to be more impulsive, sometimes to their own detriment. They tend to have difficulty completing determined tasks and goals. Now, because some people who are highly open-minded may tend to be impulsive, they are more likely to engage in risky behaviors, sometimes struggle with substance or other unhealthy activities that may risk their well-being. So that's why I always suggest that as one tries to be open, as one tries to practice openness, it is important to remember that openness is not the only character trait, but it is one that is very helpful for you on your journey to self-discovery. It is one of the most important ones that help you on your exploration, but it does not mean that it should be the only one that you observe. So how does one start practicing openness? So how we cultivate or actively practice and nurture openness, it starts with self-awareness. It starts with one being self-aware. Take a moment to observe your thoughts and your beliefs. Are there areas where you might be holding on to rigidity? Can you gently invite in a sense of curiosity and openness in that area? It starts with the willingness to question one's own beliefs and biases. It involves engaging in conversations that challenge our perspectives and stepping outside of our comfort zones. That is how we start practicing and actively practicing, cultivating and nurturing our openness. Now, remember, like I said, one should be balanced even as they're being open-minded. Remember, being open-minded does not mean that one must then abandon their principles and surrender all their values. It is about approaching life with a sense of flexibility. It is about approaching life with a sense of flexibility, understanding that growth often happens at the edge of our comfort zones. Now, even when one is practicing being open to new experiences that come with exploration, remember that being open-minded is not the only character trait that one may have. There are other character traits that one may need to learn about and explore. They may be of some benefit to one, especially when and where balance is needed. As one actively practices openness, one may also find themselves in situations that require them to find a balance. It is imperative to take stock and be open to understanding that you may need to take things slow if and when you need to do so. Phew! I had intended for this episode to be shorter than usual, but here I am. It is a long episode, you guys. So, Now, I know that you all know that we humans are multifaceted beings, and as we explore our inner world, we should do so with openness. As I wrap up today's episode, I encourage you to carry the torch of openness on your spiritual and mental wellness journey. Let your mind be the canvas, ready to be painted with vibrant hues of new experiences and perspectives. Beloved, remember that this show, Talks from the Heart with Mender, is available to you on the various podcast streaming platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, YouTube Podcasts, Amazon Music, pretty much every platform, including our website at www.agapewellness-center.com. Center spelled C-E-N-T-R-A, Center. Now, if you enjoyed and found today's episode helpful, please share it with others who might benefit from it. Rate it, leave a comment, and do not forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. You can also connect with us on social media. We're available to you on Instagram at Agape Wellness Coaching, and you can also find us on our website. Visit us at, once again, www.agapewellness-center.com. Center spelled C-E-N-T-R-A, Center. Please remember that the most important relationship one will ever have is one with oneself. So nurture it, meet your needs, and embrace every aspect of who you are without judgment. Nurture this relationship with the understanding that one's relationship with himself sets the tone for their relationship with God, others, and their environments. I invite you to reflect on the doors of your mind. Are they wide open, inviting the breeze of new ideas, or are they slightly ajar, letting in just a sliver of the potential that awaits? Remember that an open mind is a powerful ally on the path to self-discovery. It is not about abandoning your convictions, but expanding your capacity to learn, grow, and evolve. Until next time, take care and be kind to yourself. This is your host, Mandy, signing out until the next episode. Shalom.